Hi everyone, and welcome to our latest release notes video for Cove 25.10. I'm your head backup nerd, Eric Harless, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the newest features, enhancements, and improvements now available in Cove. Whether you're an MSP, IT professional, or just interested in what's new, this video will help you get up to speed, so let's dive right in. This release brings a host of new features and updates, including powerful security enhancements, expanded M365 protection, improved backup speeds, and better reporting. Let's start with security. We're excited to introduce the second phase of our anomaly detection as a service offering called Critical Configuration Changes, which is now being introduced in limited tech preview. This capability gives MSPs and IT teams proactive visibility into changes that could critically impact backup integrity. Built right into Cove, this feature continuously monitors key backup and platform configurations. So if an anomalous modification were to occur, Cove will send a just-in-time email alert. These alerts are going to let you know what happened. For example, if a backup schedule was deleted, retention was reduced, or backup selections were modified, who performed the action with a name and an email address, when it occurred with a date and a timestamp, the suggested remediation steps were applicable so we can guide you on what to do next. These alerts are going to help you quickly identify potential malicious activities or accidental changes and resolve those issues before any data loss occurs. Currently, this release focuses on backup configurations for servers and workstations, with future updates planned to extend coverage to Microsoft 365 backups. From the Notifications tab on the left-hand side of the Cove Backup.Management dashboard, you can create alerts for specific configuration changes you want to monitor. If you want to join this limited tech preview and enable the functionality inside of your dashboard, you can request access using the link provided in the release notes. New participants will be onboarded each week with an email confirming once you've been activated. The lawyers would like me to note that features delivered in a limited tech preview may change before general availability and that performance and availability of these features are not guaranteed. We've also raised the bar for security by implementing a FIPS 140-3 compliant encryption algorithm for backup and restore of servers and workstations. This FIPS module is now activated automatically in the Backup Manager on startup. A few exceptions, so devices using legacy Blowfish 448 based encryption, older Linux OS versions, or unsupported operating systems will continue to operate in standard encryption mode. We've made enhancements to our Linux bare metal recovery public preview. These key enhancements are going to allow Linux users taking advantage of our system state backup and the new bare metal recovery ISO to make the recovery process a bit more flexible. You can now utilize the Control-C command to terminate a in-progress restore while looking at or monitoring the progress bar during the recovery. It's going to make it easier to troubleshoot or abort those recovery operations. Plus, we've added out-of-the-box recovery support for Red Hat Enterprise Linux 10 systems, as well as Alma Linux 10 and Rocky Linux 10. On the Microsoft 365 protection side, we have updates to our in-place archive functionality. It has now entered a limited tech preview. This in-place archive backup now extends Microsoft Exchange protection to include archived mailboxes, enabling backup and restore for both primary and archived emails from the same configuration wizard. This means comprehensive coverage for both mailbox types, support for compliance and retention requirements, granular recovery capabilities for individual items or entire archives. If you're interested in joining this limited tech preview and having it enabled inside of your Cove dashboard, you can also request access in the release notes. New participants will gain access every 10 days, and you will be emailed once you have been activated. Good news here is that this additional functionality is not any additional charge. It's built into your core M365 user licenses, so you won't be charged any additional for this feature now while in preview or after general availability. Enhanced support for Teams and SharePoint to increase backup performance and reduce scanning. We've optimized this backup functionality both on Teams and SharePoint. Teams backups can now skip the non-restorable permission details and focus on just the disaster recovery essential components when backing up a Teams structure. It's going to make your backups and your recoveries much faster and more efficient. SharePoint backups can now utilize Microsoft Delta queries if the previous run ended in an error. Historically, we had to have successful backups to utilize this Delta query technology to perform acceleration in the next run. However, now if we complete with an error condition, we can still pick up where we left off and have those accelerated backups. It's going to be a much more quicker and reliable backup operation for SharePoint. For continuity, we have some updates here as well. We've added security type selection for Azure VMs. This means that users can now choose their desired security type during the VM settings step for both the one-time restore to Azure and standby image to Azure Wizards. It's going to offer more flexibility and control over your Azure VM recovery environments. Some reporting enhancements. Executive summary reports, which have been available now for a while in various previews, have entered a full public preview state. We've added functionality so you can now schedule the executive summary reports to be automatically generated and delivered on the 5th of each month for individual customers or office sites to external email addresses. This is going to help ensure a consistent reporting schedule for your clients and key stakeholders, and it's going to support your move from an SLA to XLA level of reporting. We've rolled out the Apex UI refresh to our historical charts section of the Cove dashboard. Historical charts, it's being modernized with its Apex design system. It's going to provide better visual consistency, improved usability, and a more intuitive experience across the Cove platform, matching other sections inside of the UI, as well as across other Enable products. Now, when it comes to resources and events, we do encourage you to check out our resources page, our events page available on the Enable website. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the Release Notes homepage so that you can get updates as new features and releases become available from Cove. You can find this at status.enable. That's status.n-able.com. You can find events at enable.com/events. This is going to wrap it today for our Cove 25.10 release node highlights. We're excited for you to try out these new features and enhancements, and as always, thank you for being part of the Cove community. Please be sure to check out the resources page as I suggested, sign up for our events, and subscribe to updates, and I will see you next month for the Cove 25.11 release notes highlights.